Friends are like old memories. They always remind you of your past, and we are reminding ourselves of the past episodes from this week of Good Company for the Best of Good Company with me, Hollie Taylor. Got a feel-good story for you coming all the way from Australia, where there was a man delivering mail. So, of course, I think that's a hero in and of itself. People delivering mail, love that and appreciate the hard work that they put in each and every day. But he did take a moment when he passed by someone who had hung up their laundry outside and it started to rain. He took down all the laundry so it wouldn't get wet. Because obviously, you're hanging your laundry, specifically outside, to dry off, not get rewashed by the rain. So, the cameras end up getting images of him taking down the laundry so it wouldn't get wet. And he was able to give it to the family. And I just love that. He just saw a need. He had a moment. And he seized that moment to do something kind for the homeowners by helping them with their laundry. Have you ever heard of the let them theory? I only recently stumbled upon it, but this is an incredible theory to pass on to those who are going into college. Maybe there's some college kids now in your home, or your grandkids are going off to college. Whether they're in college or just in general, the let them theory, I think, is really healthy. You know, starting in college, I wish I embraced the let them theory. For example, let them not invite you to the party. Because what's the alternative? Let me stop begging to be included. The right people will find you. See, so it's very freeing. Like, so they don't invite you. They're not going to hang out with you. Let them. You know, you then could go out and knock on somebody's door if you are in dorms and introduce yourself. Maybe that person is also feeling the same way. They would like to hang out with somebody. Maybe they also were not included, and you get to be the person that includes them. So, some great messages, not just for college students, but for us all. I mean, you think about some of those group chats. Let them leave you out. Let me remind myself that not being included doesn't mean I'm unlikable. It just means that those are not my people. Let them. Kind of reminds me of JOMO, not FOMO, which is the joy of missing out. Time for your cuteness overload kind of story for today. Love dogs, love cats, all super cute. And in Lithuania, they are doing another event. This is the 5th annual time they have had corgi races. So yes, of course, I've watched the videos and been almost overwhelmed with the cuteness. It's so adorable. I mean, corgis are so cute. Their little legs, they're adorable. And so this is the corgi race. It literally is as joyful as it sounds. And it makes me want to go to Lithuania. Never been on my bucket list, not even on my radar. Today, it is. It would just be fun to see all these corgis running around, having races. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that's on my bucket list. Maybe you still have some bucket list items to do. It's a good thing. It's a long weekend. You got an extra day to squeeze some of those things in. Not sure how I feel about this, but would you ever take an unhappy leave? Okay, let me explain. So there is a company in China that has introduced unhappy leaves. So if you're just not happy, don't come into work. It's kind of like a mental health day. But then if you're really that unhappy with where you're working, why are you still working there? Well, ultimately, a lot of people get mentally drained. And so instead of having to seek the same approval process that you would if you were sick, they're trying to make a big shift towards valuing people's mental well-being as much as their physical well-being. So if you are just not feeling up to it for that day, you're having a bit of a mental health day, you can take your unhappy leave. So it's actually at a retail company in China. I'm so curious. Give it a couple years. How does this play out? Are people going to work there because they have the opportunity to take mental health breaks easier? Or will the company just fall apart because nobody's working? Anyway, I'll be keeping my eye out on this one. I'm not too sure how well that would work here, unhappy leaves, like as in North America. But maybe it's something to look into. I'm Hollie Taylor, here for Joy Radio, and he has been dubbed the Tech Fairy. I mean, we've heard of tooth fairies. We've heard of other kind of fairies. A tech fairy? But yes, this is because he grants the wishes of technological desires to strangers. That was a mouthful. His name is Craig Clark. He thinks and probably is one of the oldest computer technicians in America. And those close to him gave him that title because people give him their old computers that they don't want anymore. And he'll take those computers, he'll rebuild them, and then he will give them to someone who needs and can't afford a computer. So he's been able to do this now for hundreds of people since he started taking people's old, unwanted computers and repurposing them for a new function in a new forever home, if you will. So love this story. This is what he does for fun. Takes old computers, rebuilds them. 700 so far he's gifted. All right, maybe you've got a feel-good story. You can always send them to me. I'm more than happy to share, especially the ones that are happening right here in our own backyard. You're listening to Joy Radio wherever you are. I'm Hollie Taylor, and I would love to go to Naples, Italy. A, because it's beautiful. B, Italy? Need I say more? Probably not. But there's actually a gazebo there, and the railing is fitted with Braille panels. It describes the view. So if someone is blind or visually impaired, they can go and they can literally have the entire scene described for them at a touch of a fingerprint. So just a really beautiful and thoughtful design they've added to this particular lookout point, which I think is so beautiful. I mean, it's a way of bringing a beautiful view to everyone and making it accessible. So Naples, on the bucket list, maybe yours too. Well, that's a wrap. Those are our favorite memories from this past week. Join me for more Good Company live every weekday from 4:30 till 6 p.m. here on Joy Radio. Oh, and don't forget, you can also catch up by subscribing to our Joy Radio podcast. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, text 905-338-1250. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Monday.